What comes to mind when you think of Pennsylvania? I'm reading your mind right now, and I can tell you thought of trains.
Starting in the 1800s and continuing to modern times, trains have greatly impacted Pennsylvania. They have shaped the lives of many Americans living in the Keystone State. As times have changed, so have trains themselves. There have been many innovations to locomotives and railroad travel over the years.
In 1804, the first train was created by Richard Trevithick. In South Wales, the train traveled for 9 miles at the rate of approximately 5 miles per hour. They were further developed by George Stephenson, and even for a while, engines and even rails were imported to America from his company, Stephenson Works, in Britain.
In America, the first railroad was the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, which was built in 1828. Following that, many other railroads materialized across the country. The Pennsylvania Railroad was created in 1846.
In 1862, construction of the Transcontinental Railroad began. After its completion in 1869, it connected the East Coast to California.
Railroads are used during the Civil War to transport troops, materials, and the wounded. However, after World War II, the use of railroads began to decline. Congress ended up creating Amtrak and Conrail in the 70s so that rail travel would continue. Conrail eventually became CSX Transportation and the Norfolk Southern Corporation. Today, railroads are still used to transport goods and passengers. However, modern trains are very different from the original steam locomotives.
Over the years, trains have been powered by steam, electricity, and diesel fuel. The use of steam locomotives has declined, and the remaining trains are powered by electricity and/or diesel fuel.
The wheels on modern trains have a lip, which helps the trains move smoothly around the railroad tracks. Our modern trains are not the only trains that had this. For instance, the first train even had a lip.
Rapid transit, commonly known as the subway, underground, or metropolitan railways, first appeared in 1863.
In 1964, bullet trains first appeared in Japan. A bullet train is a high-speed train that can go up to 320 kilometers an hour at its max speed output. To achieve this speed, the train is levitated on magnets, which reduces friction and increases overall speed. This provides residents with the ease of traveling across the country, without the heavy expenses and hassle of flying.
Pollution from diesel trains has been linked to asthma attacks and even heart attacks. There are many ways that the majority of this pollution can be prevented, though. For example, ultra-low diesel trains reduce the amount of pollution. However, trains still produce less pollution than cars.